Internet's fast too. So I'm
Alright.
stoked about it. All right, you ready to roll?
Mm-hmm.
Where's little man?
Need a haircut, babe?
Who?
You?
No, I don't think so. Hey, but Lily, can you get Sub-Zero just to hold him right here for a second so we can give him a Sub-Zero update?
Yeah.
We got a special guest to start today, by the way.
Cool.
A special guest. Oh, no, we didn't hit that. Sorry, let me turn my volume down. All right, so special guest to begin. So it's going to be pretty fun. And secondly, we're going to do a Sub-Zero update. So you can come right around here. So here's what used to be just a very small little puppy.
No, he's just a bad mofo.
Yeah.
He's a bad mofo. Mofo. You're a bad mofo. You're big. He's too big to carry.
He's too much. He's too much. There you
go.
We can take this guy.
Yep.
All right, you ready to go?
Sure. Oh.
There you go. All right, ball in. Let's lock in.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, hello and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. Today is, I got to check my watch on that, March 28th, 2022. And it's Monday, our off day, which, as you reminded me, that it's really kind of not.
It's never an off day. I wish there was just one day where you could let me chill.
I did. We drove to the store.
I don't like doing that on our day off, but okay.
What's your definition of just chill?
Relax. Get to sit down, watch TV, put your feet up, relax, not do anything. And then we're going to go back into it tomorrow.
It's all right.
No, it's not. That's how you get burned out. But okay.
Okay.
It's factual. Ask anybody. Guys, when you work, your day off, what's the definition of day off? Do you do chores? Do you go do errands and work more? Or do you relax?
Well, I think when you drive an hour to the store, that's a relaxing hour there and then a relaxing hour back. What else? We're sitting here doing this show. This isn't all intense. This doesn't take a lot of energy.
No, but still, I could be sitting down and relaxing.
So your definition of relaxing is watching TV, which I cannot do because
That's your problem.
I can't sit still.
But you even asked me, hey, we could watch this movie that just won the Oscars. I said, okay.
Which movie?
I'm not gonna say it.
The King Richard movie?
I'm not gonna advertise the movie. Not that one. That one.
Oh, Coda. This Coda movie. Okay. Look, it's hard for me to sit still for 5 minutes, much less for 2 hours to watch a movie. So it has to be a really damn good movie. I consider taking a day off, chilling, driving, listening to some music.
Driving 45 minutes away, going to Walmart is not relaxing.
I felt it to be relaxing.
That's why you were sick.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're starting today with the special guest. Special guest is going to come around this side. Boom, boom. And it is Liliana. Liliana is one of our children. She is our middle child. So we have Jonathan, that is the oldest at 19. Christopher at 17. Lily is the middle at 12. Is anybody a middle child? You know how that feels. Gabriella is 9, and Justin Jr. is 6.
Right.
Okay.
Very good.
Let's go. I remember that. You would have to give me $20 to tell you all their birthdays because I could probably not do that.
I could do that.
That's a difficult question. Okay. 1 year ago, Liliana was did about a 20-minute show with me, and I asked her about 20 questions. You know, she was a year younger, and she was a different tennis player then. And she played a little bit or a little tournament this weekend. It was doubles, not singles, and she played with all adults for the most part.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean,
when you're 18, you are a grown person. Yeah, you're an adult.
You're an adult.
The youngest person there besides her was 18. Yeah.
Is there like a finite age to when you're considered an adult when you're on the tennis court, or is the beautiful thing about the game, if you can play and you can ball, then it doesn't really matter how old you are, or is it maybe the maturity?
I think it's when you're mature. To me, once you're an adult, is once you're working, taking responsibility, stuff like that. You know,
yes.
Going to college, you should be considered an adult already.
I feel like when you get older, you don't tend to want to show off for the crowd and hit the ball so hard. And,
right.
And you just kind of get
there's 18-year-olds that are maybe mature in life, but not on the tennis court. So
yeah, or vice versa.
I don't think you can determine it by that. So yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so Liliana, I'm going to ask her a few of the questions that I asked her last time, and maybe with a little bit of a twist. And we'll see how she does it at answering these questions. So, Lily, here we go. Without further ado, question number 1. A year ago, I asked you something along the lines of how much you like the game and how much you like to play tennis, and what are some other things you like to do besides playing tennis. And in that video, I went back and watched it. You like to sing, you like music, you like to draw. Anyway, that was then, and this is now. What is different now for you when you play the game, and what is different about what your favorite things are when you don't play the game?
I still feel like it's the same when I play the game. I just feel more confident now. Because before, I just didn't really want to play tournaments because I felt like I would just lose in the first round every single time. But now it's more fun and less, nerve-wracking. And then things I do on the side, now I play ukulele and still do the same other things.
Let's go. And she's a good little ukulele player. You should get your ukulele and play us a tune when we exit as an encore. You should do that, right? Freaking jam out a ukulele song. You should hit ones in the chat if you want her to jam out a ukulele song. I would love to hear that. I didn't think about that. I should have thought about that, and I should be slapped like Will Smith slapped Chris Rock last night. Not really. That was hideous. Anyway, okay. So
hideous, and his speech was hideous.
Hideous. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Glad I was asleep when that happened. Okay, so this past weekend you played a doubles tournament, and it was a bunch of, it was 16 really good doubles teams, good players,
grown men,
grown women. It was mixed doubles.
Yeah.
And Liliana and Christopher, her brother, who played with her as her mixed doubles partner, made it to the semifinals and lost to a great team. Two of our students, Gabrielle Perkins and Mary Michael, who are both seniors in high school, headed to college next year, and one of them, Gabe, on a tennis scholarship. It was a very tight match. What
was the score? Like 4-2?
It wasn't tight. Yeah.
4-2. That's tight.
It was a good match.
4-2 because I to me, the two 18-year-olds, if they're watching, they should have bullied me. They bullied you, and they should have won that a lot more easier because you're 12 years old.
Now.
So to them, yes, they beat you guys, but honestly, if I was their age, I would have been upset that I even gave you guys 4 games and 2. But that's me. I'm different. I'm built different.
Fair enough. Now, Christopher and Liliana have played them in doubles before and have won, but it just wasn't in a tournament.
Yeah.
So they felt like they could have or should have won it. So my question is to you, Lily, is in tennis, it being a good sportsman or sportswoman is all about how you win, but more importantly, how you lose. What were your thoughts as you lost? Because afterwards, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that maybe you weren't very approachable to a lot of us for a couple hours. So what was going through your mind when I know you were upset, you had some tears going, and we were running the tournament and I couldn't come.
And I think that's great that she cried. I think that when you cry, to me, when I saw you cry when they were giving you hugs because they've been there in your shoes, I thought, okay, well, she cares. I mean, I know when I lost, I would cry because I hate losing. I know you hate losing. So you always should tell yourself, I used to tell my opponents, congrats, good match. Next time I'm going to kick your ass.
Good words. I like it.
And you can ask my dad, an opponent. There was only one opponent that could beat me repeatedly, but I would get her back. But every other opponent I faced, they beat me one time and that's it.
One and done.
Yeah.
One and done. We're going to be talking.
That's how you should think about it. You got me this time.
Yeah, one and done is
next time.
Yeah, one and done is going to be like the Raducanu topic with Kim Clijsters and Swiatek mixed in it here shortly. But Lily, what was going through your mind after you lost that caused you to be so very, very, very much upset?
It wasn't even really the fact that I lost. It was just like all the reasons that we lost the games were because of me. I felt like I could have helped Chris out a lot better than I did. And like kind of carried my weight because he was kind of carrying the whole time. So I didn't really do much.
Well, your mother said it best just a moment ago. You were being targeted. And look, when you have played the same team before and have won, and that day you were just hitting your volleys better. Your net game wasn't very good today or that day, and so they kept targeting you. But we've seen you play before, and that not happened, and you guys won. So the moral of the story for me asking you the question is for me, your dad watching you cry for a couple hours and literally not even being approachable when there was a lot of people. We would have loved you to been there, but we understood. But what I'm trying to, I guess, say is that there's 2 players that walk onto a tennis court, and one of them must lose. It's either you or it's the other person. So because they were targeting you, they were hitting their spots, right? They were hitting their targets. That means they were playing pretty well, right? So you just say great shot, and you tell yourself in your head that, I need to go practice volleys, especially my backhand volley, as I missed a lot of that. And then we do better next time in that category. But otherwise, there's no need, I think, for you to be upset. But you must remember you're 12. She's 12 years old. And she plays better than most of those adults.
Yep.
Okay. Last question. Okay. Last question. When you, Lily or Liliana, are always playing adults, are you ever intimidated?
No,
Good answer.
not by adults. And when it's actual people my age, I feel like I don't know. It's worse. I feel like I should be intimidated by adults, but I'm not. It's more like kids my age.
Because you feel like you shouldn't lose to them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good answer.
All right, Lily, thank you much. You aced the test. Good luck.
Practice hard. Kick their butts next time.
Yes.
You will. See, by the time you're their age, you'll be way better. Sorry,
They
guys.
told me at the net.
Way better. Sorry, guys, if you're watching this show.
All right. First topic has to do with Raducan-who, or who? Raducan-who.
Oh, Michael Walker.
Oh.
But Michael Walker said he asked a question he said Will Smith. No, let's go back to this comment because I want to answer it. Let's see. He said, what about Will Smith's slap? Well, I don't know if it was staged or not. I know Chris Rock was dissing his wife, which I thought was part of part of being in the Oscars is that usually the person they hire, the comedian, does that, offends everyone, and people laugh about it. I didn't think it was so bad for him to go up to him if it's for real and slap him. Personally, I don't feel like any person should lay a hand on anyone. If somebody lays a hand on me, I'm calling the cops, which makes me think that maybe it was staged because I would think someone like Chris Rock would know better. Two, to show two African-American guys, one joking about the wife and the other one about slapping and hitting him, that to me was terrible for their, how do you say it, for their background. It's terrible. That's not acceptable. To me, that was shitty. They didn't think that one through. And then number three, Will Smith winning. His speech was hideous. All those fake ass tears. He's not Richard Williams. He has no freaking idea what they went through. He was acting like his life was so bad. Yeah, I guess acting, is tough. But it went on and on and on and on and on. And it was cringe. It was just, I'm just like, enough. Why are we giving attention to these people that don't mean shit? His kids have issues. He has issues. His wife has issues. They have an open marriage. I thought it was just shitty. Shitty. I had to turn off the Oscars. Sorry.
Wuggus stands for who gives a shit. Could care less. I was asleep when it happened. Whatever. I hope I see a good movie by either one of them soon, or a good
just
whatever,
shitty.
Whatever, man. Who
just
cares?
Shitty. Like these actors, they were all like, fake with their plastic surgery, can't even move their faces, and it's not the real world. That's not the real world. What we see there, not the real world.
Hey, look, let me go and tell you something. Then we're gonna move on. I could care less about. Look, I like both guys. I enjoy watching their movies. Whatever.
I do, but I don't. I enjoy their movies. That's about it.
Let me go ahead and tell you what happened though. If let's come up with a story. Okay, let's say I walk into Circle K, dude bumps into me with his coffee and spills it on my shirt. And I light him up. I'm going to jail.
You're going to jail. Yeah.
Enough said. Okay.
So Blakely said Lily really played great despite being targeted. She hung in. Head up, chick. You could school most of those folks out there. Thank you, Blakely. Thank you.
There you go.
And Blakely was playing in the tournament. She did really well with her partner, Jack. Jack's taking more lessons, Blakely. So are you. We're going to improve you guys so you can kick ass. And she's in our next tournament. One of the first chicks to sign up. I had a few other wussy chicks that were saying, I don't know if I can hang out with the full robes and blah, 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 blah. This is what's wrong.
I tell you,
we want everything, pampered. Yeah. We want everything soft. That person should remain nameless, but
it doesn't matter. You get better by playing with better people. Yeah. When you go out and play someone that kind of pushes the ball all the time, you play down to their level, right? And sometimes you can even get beaten because you're playing down to their level. So you get better by playing better people. Yeah. So I'm not a fan of not wanting to play a tournament because someone might be 0.5, some 0.5 level better.
I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, come on. Michael Walker says nothing wrong with an open marriage, but if you show it to the world and people talk about it, don't get mad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's your business. I don't need to know your business.
Don't tell your business to the world.
Yeah. Okay.
Go.
And we'll keep taking comments at will. Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry. That just to me was, you know, Pete, you watch speeches, you know, when you get a trophy, you know, you win the US Open stuff and you could feel like it's real. That shit was not real. Just saying. Denzel Washington.
Oh, so you watched this?
I watched this shit. I watched this whole speech.
So you were asleep?
We were laughing.
I was asleep.
You were asleep 6 minutes. It took for the guy to talk about Richard and this and that and his kind. Come on, dude, shut up. You first of all, if it's for real, you went to slap somebody, and then you're gonna talk about how life is tough and that you've gone through a lot. Come on, how is that a good example?
I was asleep. I can't. I don't know. I'm just telling you, if I slap somebody at Circle K and they spill, I go to jail.
You go to jail, exactly.
So,
which is why I think it's staged.
So well, anyway, to me, it's who gives a shit. I don't care. I really don't. I know most people do, but I just really don't.
Thank you, Stefan. I'm glad you agree with me. It's pathetic. Like, you have no clue what real people out there, the homeless, those people that are in war right now, those people that are hungry, that have a disability. Will Smith has no freaking clue what the real world is. If he did, his kids wouldn't look like that. Just saying. Thank you.
Fair enough. Hey, man, she's a Spanish woman, you know, so.
Best Oscar for that speech, Michael Walker. 1,000,000% disagree with you. That was the worst speech. That was someone taking advantage of the camera being on them and like, I could give you a sob story. He can't. Just saying.
Again, I was asleep. Okay, so all right. So the first topic, and take any questions you want. You can change the topic, whatever. But Kim Clijsters, as if you've watched this channel for a while, Kim Clijsters is someone that Carla and I admire. We've always admired her game and her fight and her, for the most part, sportsmanship. We have when she has recently tried to come back, looked overweight, and we've given her grief for that, right? We've told you all that we weren't a fan of her comeback because of she looked way out of shape and she just had no shot. So we're not playing favorites here. I'm just bringing her up and building the context for her. Kim Clijsters was interviewed, and this isn't my interview, so let me give credit. This is from Georgia Goulding from Give Me Sport. Okay, so I'll show you that there. Okay, so this person is interviewing Kim Clijsters, and the topic of Emma Raducanu comes up, and as well of athletes in this context, female athletes that win a Grand Slam, they're one and done and gone. Okay.
Raducan-who?
Okay, Raducan-who.
Remember Michael Walker? We got that bet.
I forgot who the hell Raducan-who is.
Remember that? And I'm gonna add Coco Gauff to that list too. I'm gonna add Coco Gauff to that list. So she'll never win a slam.
So how this triad ties in, as Kim Clijsters was giving a shout out to Iga Swiatek because, and I'll quote, Kim Clijsters says this: "To see Iga grow as a tennis player, it has been so beautiful for me," Clijsters said in an interview with the WTA via Tennis World USA. "There's a certain type of focus that is on tennis and tennis only. There's a drive there that I admire very much, a drive that I recognize. She had great results in the past, but she still wants to improve." Yep. Okay. Then she continues and says, quote, "We've seen others of this kind and we've seen others that kind of take a step back and say, oh, I've won a slam. Now I've made it. There's sponsors lining up and coming in, and I get treated like a princess wherever I go." Okay. She says, just because you're number one, or just because you're a number one player and you've won a slam doesn't mean that now you can treat people differently. Okay. She was alluding to Emma Raducanu. Okay. Right. So recently, Emma Raducanu, who again won a very lucky slam. Okay. Here's her latest sponsorship. Yeah, lucky here's her latest sponsorship of Porsche, right? Okay. Now this girl, by the way, has recently been in press conferences with a Nadal hat on, acting like a straight up brat. Am I right or wrong? Mm-hmm. Here, let me reenact her last press conference. "Yeah, I'm 19, but I'm a gangster now. Yeah." She was like, "Are you serious?"
Her sweet voice.
She went from a princess to like Tupac, like overnight. What the hell? Okay, so she's
all she needs is the rapper. Let's hook her up with some other rapper.
There you go.
She needs to go up to Osaka and ask her.
Okay, now I'm gonna continue this. This is still this Georgia individual's respectable reporting, not mine. Quote, since her historic triumph at Flushing Meadows in September 2021, the 19-year-old has skyrocketed through the world rankings to become the new British #1 and 13th in the world. Oh my goodness. She jumped an astronomical jump of more than 300 places in just 3 months, from the wild card entrant at the Nottingham Open to the US Open champion. However, since then, victories have been few and far between for Raducanu, and may have piled on her business endeavors off the court, blaming them for the teenager's alleged mentality shift. Since returning from New York, the US Open, here's the sponsorships that she's landed. Christian Dior, Tiffany and Company, Evian the Water, British Airways, Nike, and just recently with Porsche.
And my dad has said the reason we don't have champions like before,
it's because of that.
Because of that. He said, you give them too much, they're not hungry anymore.
Exactly.
Mark my words, Michael Walker, I can't wait for this big bet. I know I got to wait for years, but I'm winning that one.
Raducan-who?
I'm winning that one, man.
Who? Andreas who?
Who did she lose to? She lost again, right?
She lost to Siniakova in a tech three-setter.
But she is the GOAT.
Now, also as well, in the same article, look it up, Google it, whatever. She alludes to the fact that some people in the locker room have already lost respect for her.
Good.
And as well, that when they go study film, the only person that they really want to study and hopefully they get a chance to play and to beat is her. Mm-hmm. We said this when she won the US Open, and we lost 70 subscribers because I ranted about it.
Eleanor Noor says she was the 11th seed. Miami has gotten first round buys in terms and still losing.
Thank you, Eleanor.
Yes. Yinghao says Layla will have a much more successful career than Emma. Totally agree.
Agreed.
1,000,000% agree. Sorry, yes. Michael Walker, but just because you're British doesn't mean you have manners.
Whatever.
Come on, man.
Okay. Anyway, so I looked up a couple of things, and I may have this number off, but what I gathered by looking at W's and wins and losses was that Emma Raducanu, who has only won 4 out of her last 12 matches.
Great number there. Great.
And I put a little asterisk here that her post-match interview with the Nadal hat on was straight up rough.
Take off the Nadal hat. You don't deserve wearing that hat. Wear something else. And wear like a Nick Kyrgios hat or like a Casper Ruud, something like that. Don't wear this. Don't even wear Djokovic or Roger Federer hat. Don't deserve it yet.
No, aside from the Met Gala and the sponsors and Porsche and Dior and Tiffany and all these people that lined up at her door. Besides that, what are some other reasons why she's very beatable? Because she's a target, right?
Of course, you're a target.
She's a target, and now because she's a target, everyone that has a potential to play her in a potential random draw, they're gonna want to study her, and if they get a chance to play her, they're gonna want to destroy her. Look at Siniakova.
Yeah, of course, yeah. That was the only thing I agree with Will Smith's speech. He mentioned something about that. When you're on top, the demon comes around, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, something like that. Anyways. Don't get me started with that one.
Yeah. Anyway, you said your piece, and you said a great comment. Again, I heard about all this after the fact. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was asleep. And honestly, I hadn't even watched it. I've read about it, and just kind of.
Oh, and then the worst part is forget about Will Smith. We were watching El Canto, whatever. There's a movie my daughter likes. And then they put a rapper and she said ho. This is a kids movie song, and you're gonna add ho to the song.
Really? Where was this?
It's Gabby. What's the movie you watch?
Where's Gabby? Gabby, come here.
Encanto. And then she's like, "Mom, that's not even the song."
Gabby.
And the girl singing ho.
Here,
I don't know
Gabby.
who the rapper is, but I'm like, how do we change a kids song and add ho and a whole bunch of Spanish girls shaking their asses, moving their asses, and then this rapper? I'm like, how does this make sense?
Well, Gabby's here.
This is what's wrong with the world.
So, Gabby, what song is she alluding to? Did you hear the song?
It's We Don't Talk About Bruno.
What's the name? We Don't what?
We Don't Talk About Bruno.
Do you like the song?
Did they change the song? Bad. It was bad.
How did they change the song?
Added bad words.
Yeah. Like, how are we going to add bad words to a kid's song? I mean, this is what I'm talking about. It was stupid. Even Justin was like, huh? Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. They played this on the deal?
Yeah.
All right, Gabby. Yeah. Appreciate the cameo.
Just disgusting. I thought it was disgusting. Anyways. Eleanor Noor said Fernandez Alvarez hustling their butts off. yet the sponsors seem to ignore them. Grande, British press projected Raducanu to be a billionaire after U.S. Open. Imagine that.
That's crazy.
Eleanor Meg, the stallion, it was not appropriate. It's just bad. I was watching with my kids and my daughter singing because I hear her sing the song all the time, and then boom comes this rapper and you something ho, and I'm like, what?
I don't see how you even listen to anything with any type of music that may potentially have ho
in the
middle of its lyrics. Why would you want to listen to that?
It was a kid's song. They added that.
Let me do it. Okay. Could you imagine Paul McCartney going out to Wembley Square, speaking words of wisdom, fucking ho, fucking ho.
We're gonna get beep, beep, beep.
Let it be, ho, let it be. Could you imagine that?
Terrible.
Oh my gosh. Wake up. Okay. Anyway, on a lighter note, did you see the handle shot? And I can assure you, in all the years of watching tennis, 44 born into the game, I can tell you I've never seen someone hit a shot with the handle of the racket. Have any of you ever seen someone in the middle of a point switch back into the handle, stick the handle out, and tap the ball across the net with the handle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Bublik did it. Okay. So here's his shot. All right.
You can't see that. You can barely see that.
Uh-oh. I don't know.
You can't see that.
Okay, well, you can't see it. Okay, so I should figure this out, how to make that happen on the screen. But there was a point, and it was fun in nature. It wasn't, some lights out winner, but his opponent hit a short ball. He came up to the net, and he had plenty of time to set up for it, enough time to where he could turn the racket to the handle and then tap it back over, and he ended up winning the point. So anyway. On a lighter note.
But he didn't win a match, so yeah, he lost.
All right.
Trick shots don't win matches. Just saying.
Next topic. Your thoughts on the following. We have read now more places than a few. We actually read this the other day, and we thought it might be fake news. And we've talked about it a little bit, about Novak Djokovic parting ways with his longtime coach, Vajda, and potentially landing with Patrick Mouratoglou, and the Mouratoglou Academy. Mm-hmm. Your thoughts on this, and B, if it happens, does it make Djokovic any better than he already is, or is it maybe a mental thing? Is it maybe he just?
I don't know if it's even true. How can you say it's even true? I don't know. There's a lot of gossip out there. Doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah. So I have, and let me find it. I hate to look down, but wrong article. But I have it. I have multiple articles, but here we go. So Djokovic announced that he was parting ways with mentor Marian Vajda after 15 years. Now, this came from Sam Goodwin. This is not me writing. I'm quoting here. Serbian media is reporting that Djokovic is considering joining Mouratoglou's stable, with the Frenchman currently working with Serena Williams and Stefanos Tsitsipas. By the way, Serena and Venus, I saw some pictures of them. They were at the same party last night. They looked like really, really kind of made up. I didn't.
Well, first of all, it looked like Serena's face. I think it was the makeup, but I think Wildlife sent me a picture.
I think Venus Williams' nipple was hanging out of her dress.
Venus nipples.
Her nipple was hanging out of her dress.
I was like, man, she's hitting a midlife crisis for sure.
She went Wimbledon 5 times. Has got her nipple sticking out of her chest.
She's got midlife crisis going on for sure. And then Serena's hair was short like mine, so she went for the short haircut.
It's a summer thing,
which is fine. But then her face looked like it had plastic surgery, but I think it was all makeup. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Michael Walker says tough for Novak to get better. I agree.
That's what I'm saying. I'm with you on that one, as usual, except for the Will Smith comment that she disagreed with. I don't even know what it was, but anyway, but I'm with you here. Yes. I mean, is Patrick Mouratoglou going to make him any better? No. But however, will this make Djokovic and Mouratoglou more money together? Yes. This is a money venture. This is a insider trade. This is how the rich get richer, okay? Djokovic goes to Mouratoglou's Academy. That takes him out of the whole Eastern bloc. It brings him into the more Western influence, which then will garnish more sponsorships for Novak on the Western side of the world. It'll make Mouratoglou look more global and dealing with both parts of the world. Man, this is a money pitch. It's a money pitch. It looks like a duck. It quacks like a duck, and it's a duck, but nonetheless, it's business. It's a money pitch. Now,
Serena's makeup has a lot of contouring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like lines here. It makes her look like.
She's like, yeah. When you go to these things, they paint their faces up. Yeah. So anyway, that's the whole. I mean, I can keep reading this article talking about what they could do and who they work
I mean,
with,
I think
but
it's, I don't know. Joanna says she may not be the future go, but she's still a decent player. Yeah, she's a decent player like anyone on the tour.
who is?
Raducanu, to be a decent.
She's okay.
She's a decent player like everybody else on the tour that loses and wins first rounds.
Every other player on the tour wins 4 out of 12 matches.
No, I was just being nice.
Look, I guarantee you, if you go to WTA and wins and losses and filter it from the players on tour that have won the most wins to losses. So let's say if you could filter a list that would say, Halep, right now in the year she's 14-2. I'm just guessing. And then you have all the wins and losses down below that. I guarantee you, at least the top half of that half. So in other words, the median in there, she's below the median, I can assure you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you got all the women on the pro tour currently and lined them up by who's best in terms of wins and losses and who has the better record by record, I guarantee you she's below 500. And she's a good player. She's not a good player. Right now she's just a little princess.
I think we see nipples like on the side.
Yeah, she's got nipples there.
Yeah, she might have had a boob job because her boobs never look like that.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Michael.
Yeah, she got a little extra something there.
And then
that's good. I like Venus though.
This is like too much makeup. This is like where you got to tell yourself, all right, come on now. Yeah,
I'm fans of both. Me
too. But
I'm fans of both. But I get what you're saying. It's a little bit.
It's
a little too much.
It's too much. It's like, come on, girls. Like, you guys are champions. You're tennis players. I get it. She's a virgin supposedly. Maybe
what?
Venus is a virgin supposedly.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Okay. We might not should get into that conversation here, but nonetheless.
But seriously, there's an article
that
she is Jehovah's Witness or follows and she's in Jehovah's Witness religion. You can't have sex before marriage.
What wasn't Tim Tebow the same way?
There's nothing wrong with that. So maybe she's at that age where she feels like, I could finally be free. I need to let go. And, she's going through that midlife. Okay. Every woman and every man goes through a midlife crisis.
Okay,
where you feel sexy and you want to have attention. You want all eyes on you. And I think she's at that stage.
So you're telling me she's a 40-year-old virgin like the movie, and she goes to the Oscars and just throws her tits out? How does that make any sense? I'm a virgin, but my boobs are in your face.
She's also has midlife crisis right now. 40-year-old. When you hit your 40s, some women go through some stuff. You hear about the 40s, right? When women turn 40,
they get frisky. I'm getting dumber here.
They get frisky.
But okay, so you're telling me that the lady has never had adult intercourse, and she throws her tits out on the table. How does that make any sense?
Ooh, man.
But it's true.
Justin, she feels like it's time.
So she's a courageous, she's a lascivious, courageous virgin. I don't get it.
Jack says, Soak says it's bleaching, but it's bad makeup artist. But Defo look like that. But I think it's the bleaching bad makeup artist.
Wow. I'll tell you what. Okay, interesting, right?
And Venus Williams Spencer says, looking at Serena Oscars, I'm worried she's going to slowly morph into Michael Jackson.
Oh, this is possible. Who said this? Who said that?
William Spencer.
Oh, that's a funny one.
Joanna says, Serena and Venus just look vulgar to me. Why is this trend with cleavage to the floor?
Yeah. I saw.
And Ellen Moore said, Venus and Serena tried too hard. Venus was not top heavy.
No. Yeah, it was pretty apparent that she's had a little bit of work.
Yang Hao says she needs Riley. He can provide her with the top serve.
Let's go.
We're all becoming comedians.
That's right. Hey, don't come slap me though. Don't come slap me.
But what man goes to say? You would think he would have punched him. Why slap somebody? Just saying.
Yeah, it's kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
Wuggus.
Anyway,
WGS. Wuggus. Okay. Going real quickly to Coco Gauff, who got trounced by Iga Swiatek. Trounced. And I guess based upon Kim Clijsters' comments, that it's no surprise. Carla, your thoughts on Coco Gauff? Will she ever win a major? Will she ever win a Grand Slam?
No, thanks for Michael Walker. I think you just sent me a Twitter thing. No, I don't think so.
Why?
Not unless she changes coaches. Get rid of mommy and daddy. Get rid of it. Not get rid of them. Get rid of them as coaches.
Yeah.
Stop. Don't let them chirp. They're not changing your game. They're not helping you grow. You are stuck at the same thing.
Agree.
You just lost to Swiatek.
No, that wasn't you just lost.
You got pounced.
She just got freaking pounded.
Yeah.
That was one of the worst butt kickings I've seen this year.
It's something's got to change. Like we've been saying, yeah, she's going to be the next thing. She's going to be the next thing. And like I said, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, before you know, you're 30.
All right. Enough said with that. Coco Gauff, like Donald Young, will not go very
She is in Patrick's camp. But do we really think Patrick Mouratoglou is really teaching Coco Gauff some skills? Or is he just being Rico Suave and talking? Some coaches don't teach. They just talk. You know, Juice hits the ball very good. Yes. Make sure you get under and you do like this. Yes. Very good. Okay. Follow me. Yeah. We slice like this. Oh, and everybody's like, oh my God, the accent.
It doesn't matter. You could just listen to me talk, and I tell you how to stand and
I
how
would just look
and
good with my silky hair,
and you'll be great. You'll be great. And then I have my tight shorts on that show my butt, and then I have my tight jacket and it shows my chest hair. And then I had that gray hair, and I just pop up in your box, and all of a sudden your player starts getting more advertisements. So you don't know that I don't coach. I do coach, but not really. I just pop up. I just pop up in your box, and people just watch you, and that makes your player more exposable, and then they just love me too. So all you have to do is hire me, and you will win majors and major advertisement deals. Because my name is Mouratoglou. That's him, man. He pops up in the box like Jack in the Box. Dee-doo, dee-doo, bing! He pops up in your box. You win a tennis match on Pro Tour, bing! There he is on camera. Hey, this is my student. This is my student here. Freaking Coco Gauff got hot. Bing! There he is. What's up? Tsitsipas got hot. Boom! There he is.
But nothing is changing. Yeah, Coco Gauff may be at a better stage, but she's not as powerful as Venus was. And let's be real, she didn't come from the hood, Michael Walker. Okay? She didn't have to deal with a whole bunch of siblings and struggling. She needs to remove the parents from chirping. She needs to get a real coach. I'm sorry. If she wants to move ahead in the game, there are many players coming out. We just had a 16-year-old beat Azarenka who stormed off the court.
Oh, what do you think about that? You hear about that?
A 16-year-old. Yeah. Come on. There are other players coming behind her that are struggling, that know what it is not to eat and stuff, that want to be at the top. Coco Gauff's 18, and then we're going to say she turned 19, then 20, then 21, and her game is going to be predictable by then.
Yep. Look, an old saying goes back a long time. Work hard, play hard, train hard, do everything hard. Because if you don't, someone else will.
How do you cut your parents? You say, I love you, be there and support me, but I need to get a coach. Anyways, it's my skill that's bringing the money in and helping you guys. Mm-hmm. Just saying.
Yeah, no doubt. Daniil Medvedev.
What I didn't know what's going on with this. I didn't know that. Joanna Sana says, what do you think about Anisimova, her ex-coach situation? What ex-coach situation? I don't know anything about it.
This is a great topic for next show.
William Spencer says 3 years ago, Coco was the next best thing. Now we have Fruhvirtova at 16 making the fourth round at 1,000 event. Thank you. And that is my point.
Great comment.
Time passes you by.
Yeah.
You make a stand now. You win, and then you win, and then you win, and then you win. Otherwise, you go away.
Are you just Raducan-who?
Yeah.
Like who?
Yeah.
Huh? Raducan, where you went? Who, what, when, why, where, and how? Raducan-who should just, you always have to remember that in grade school. Who, what, when, why, where, and how. Mm-hmm. The whatever it was in English when we were young. Mm-hmm. Raducan-who is just sums up it all. You don't have to remember it all. That's one whole thing that replaces all those questions. Just Raducan-who. Just saying. She's that forgetful. Mm-hmm. Daniil Medvedev will overtake or will regain his number one spot.
He will.
Yep. Yeah. Simply because of the travesty of the ATP point rankings. People can take time a year off. You can be Roger Federer and have an injury and take time away, and he's protected, but you're not, and all this shit. Anyway, hard to keep up with, but Djokovic is the number one player in the world. Daniil Medvedev is nowhere even close to his level.
Yeah. Just
saying.
Agree.
All right. That's all I got.
Someone sent me a video, but I can't open it. I'm trying to tell me about this Anisimova thing.
Well, Eleanor asked if Nick Kyrgios can get to the semifinal.
I know.
Nick Kyrgios can win any tournament he wants, but he doesn't have it. I don't think he has it mentally to fight and do it consistently. He gets wrapped up in theatrics, and then he fights, and then he gets wrapped. He never can stay consistently mental.
Who's he playing next? Let's see.
Never can
He
stay.
plays Sinner.
That'll be a good match.
It'll be a good match.
But
I like the
either way.
Kokonakis and Zverev matchup that's coming up.
Yeah.
So let's see. Alcaraz beats Chilik again. Her catch beats Karatsev. Karatsev predictable now.
Yeah.
Brooks beats Batista. What do we think about Barty's retirement? We haven't talked about that.
We haven't talked about that. Good for her. Good for her, because if you have people like Raducan-who that win a major and all of a sudden they got Porsche, Dior, Tiffany, and all these other people giving her millions of dollars, at least Barty didn't lay down for Tiffany and get ass jacked. She at least earned it. And she, with her plain Jane, normal looking, average looking person, you know, she didn't come around with great looks and bombshell boobs and the look of a Dior model. She did it with straight up work. You know, and then she's got a husband. She's respected in multiple sports, one being cricket, right? Good for her. She did it by hard work.
So Cahill left middle of Indian Wells? Wow, I didn't know about that.
Someone must have signed Cahill to someone else. So Cahill's been going back and forth with Team Adidas and Team Nike for a long time, right? Cahill was always Team Adidas. And then you saw him with the Nike symbol and a Nike hat, so you knew he changed. And when you're changing from...
He can't commit, he says, to tour demands anymore. Their partnership is over.
Okay. There's more. There's behind the scenes capital and economic reasons for that. I can assure you that. Because he's on the Tennis Channel commentating every tournament, and he's on ESPN every major commentating, and he's courtside every.
Yeah, I don't think you can leave. You can't. I think it's terrible when Wynissimo was ditched by her coach. I don't think when you do that abruptly like that, that's makes you question the person and their reputation.
Oops, sorry. All right, guys, thanks so much. We will see you guys.
RT couldn't get the money of Emma. No, I don't think that's why she retired. Happiness is more important.
Yeah, I think she's more of a happy type girl. All right, again, today's our off day, so we'll try to get maybe an hour, as you indicated at the start of the show, in and moving forward, and get some rest, and then back to 6 days of teaching, starting in the morning.
Yeah.
All right.
Already.
Ready?
Adios.
Peace out.
Bye.